Knows a lot about Syria. He's a journalist who spent 2 years as the hostage of al-Nusra, a Syrian Islamist rebel group, and he joins us tonight. Theo, thanks for coming on. So one of the many questions here is who is behind the chemical attack of the weekend, the chlorine gas attack? And I think we all assume it. We saw the pictures, so something happened. So one of the first questions is the Assad regime the only group in the region that possesses these weapons?
Of course not. We have videos, and I have been in conversation with these people. I mean, I lived with them for 2 years. I know what their goals are in life. They are interested in carrying out a war of extermination against their enemies, particularly the Alawites, but really against the Syrian government. And you know, they're more than willing to use any weapon whatsoever, anything it takes, to rid themselves of their enemies. I'm quite persuaded that their goal is total annihilation of the enemy, and they think that chemical weapons will do the trick. And they talk to me about, you know, these ambitions of theirs to exterminate the enemy. I have no doubt that this is, you know, something that they desire. It's their dream. They believe that they own this land, that God gave it to them, and that they should kick the other people out, kill them.
So since you spent years as a captive and are familiar with some of these groups, characterize for us, if you will, some of the rebel groups that the United States appears to be supporting and that we hope will take the place of the Assad regime once they're deposed.
I mean, I can give you this characterization. I can tell you that the people that we believe we're supporting, I mean, as soon as we give you know, a nickel to these people, it goes in 10 different directions. They divide every asset that is fungible up among the people that, among themselves. We don't know who we're giving our guns and our money to. We just don't. And even though we clear them and we vet them and we train them, we don't know what happens once they go into the country. And it's just, it's an unexplored emptiness, those places that the rebels control. The reason why we cannot investigate and figure out who actually committed these chemical attacks is because every time, you know, any outside person that goes into these areas is either disappeared or will end up in a cage or tortured or will have his head cut off. So it's really, it's quite impossible to explore the origin of these crimes. It's true that there are a number of possible culprits, but before we go starting any wars, we should investigate properly, and we can't do that now because we cannot access the scene of the crime.
Well, yeah, so, thank you for reminding us how complex this all is, and you have, of course, first-hand experience with it. Theo Padnos, I appreciate it.
You bet.